Yo, did you know that if someone moves into your house, let's say you rent your house out, Airbnb, for a week, 2 weeks, a month, that person pays Airbnb who then pays you. Did you know that if they decide to stay in your house, based on how long they've been inside of that residence, they can claim residency? Well, I've heard of squatters before. I'm pretty sure you know what a squatter is. We've heard of squatting. We've heard of people moving into abandoned buildings and staying there. You know, the homeless, the poor, those who don't want to pay any real bills. People like that. We've heard of people doing this. But what happens when you own an Airbnb and you're renting your home out and someone decides to pay you to stay there for a week? Then when that time is up for them to leave, they decide to stay longer and deny you access into your own home. Well, we're about to find out exactly what happened to this woman who says that a squatter is staying inside of her home. And this has been going on for months. This squatter has been in her home for 10 months. No kidding, no lie. 10 months. And the authorities cannot get her out for whatever reason. There has to be a legal loophole somewhere that she is using, but I'm pretty sure y'all want to find out as much as I do what this legal loophole is. Before we get into the video though, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. Oh, that's exactly what she did. Romero was not stupid. She decided to stay for over a month, 2 days over to be exact. Because y'all know what the law supposedly is, and we know a lot of these laws are flawed, but they refuse to change them. If someone is living in your residence for a month, they can claim residency, and that means you cannot just kick them out. You have to serve them with a notice. You have to give them 30 days to move out and find another place to stay. I don't understand why that's not happening, because she should be able to go to the courthouse, file a claim, and tell them that, you know, she's giving her notice to vacate. And if she doesn't, then they send the fire marshal to that residency to kick her out. But for some reason, she cannot do that. Let's see why.
But living in the home for over a month apparently lets her claim some form of tenant rights. And she refuses to let Roshane enter the property.
I never gave her any tenancy. I never gave her a lease.
Roshane tried everything, gave her a 30-day notice to vacate, called police,
I'm not doing that.
admitting she's not a tenant and to get out. Romero signed the document, but didn't budge.
November the 15th came and she told me, this no longer works for me. Do what you have to do. I'm not leaving. I went to the police with my order, and they said there's nothing that they can do, that I need to go to court, which I've done, and I do not have a court date until December the 11th.
Roshane put this sign up on her home so police and the neighbors would know Romero was not authorized to be there. A sign Romero covered with a sheet.
I need police assistance.
I was there when police helped Roshane cut it down.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, well, I'm pretty sure she could take all these trips because she's not paying any rent. This woman is living rent-free. For 10 months, she's lived rent-free. Hasn't paid any rent. So yeah, of course she could take trips. But here's my question. Why is it I'm not going in there when she's not home? If she's taking all these trips, she's on social media flossing, why is she not going into the home, kicking all of her shit out, which I would do? I dare the cops to come tell me that I can't kick someone out of my own place who's staying there illegally. Come on, they won't kick her out, but y'all will kick me out if I enter the residency and kick her shit out? No, that makes no sense. We all know that the laws are flawed. We know this, but at the same time, does that sound like it make any sense to y'all? Not at all, right? Exactly. So if this woman is taking all these trips, how come she's not going into, and there's no way she changed the locks either. That's another question of mine. If I have the keys, matter of fact, it's probably not even the key, because we know that Airbnb, they have keyless entries now. They give you the code to the pad. Why isn't she changing the code? Why isn't she, there has to be something else she could do. I would try to manipulate the situation myself. Forget the cops, forget the law, the fire marshal, forget the judge. I would try to get into that house myself, because it's your house. It is your house. If you don't fight for it, then no one is going to. Just like they're proving right now. The officers aren't fighting for it. The fire marshal isn't fighting for it. The judge isn't fighting for it. The courthouse isn't fighting. No one is fighting. She's spending all this money on legal fees, but no one is fighting for her. So you have to do things. You have to take matters into your own hands.
I tried to get some answers from Romero, who was clearly inside the home, but she never came to the door.
She was inside.
When a person walked out to her car, they didn't want to talk to us either. Roshane is waiting now for her court date next week, where she's hoping the judge's decision will allow U.S. Marshals to force her unwanted guest out once and for all. For now, reporting from North.
Oh, so she has unwanted visitors, people who shouldn't even be visiting her. I'm still trying to figure out why she has not entered the house. I would move all her shit out. She has to go to work. She has to do something. So I'm trying to figure out why this is not happening. Not to mention, she signed the notice saying that she's not even a resident. So now if I kick your shit out, I change my locks and everything, I have the note stating that you're not even a resident, that you signed. I don't have to give you a month notice anymore because I gave you a 10 months notice. This woman has been living in her house for 10 months. This is crazy. The woman whose apartment or Airbnb it is, you know what she needs? She needs a man to go over there and handle the situation, because I guarantee you a man would not be as polite and as nice as she has been, spending all this money on legal fees for what? Only for them to tell you there is nothing we can do. But you want to know what's crazy though? We actually have an interview with the 𝗙𝗿𝗄, and I'm interested to find out what happened when they sat down and spoke to her.
Let's just start with your first name and your last name and how you spell it.
𝗙𝗿𝗄.
𝗙𝗿𝗄.
That's fine. Just maybe not the screen door, since we don't know if
This is crazy. This is part one of the interview. We're not going to get into part two, and we may not even watch this entire interview. I just want to know what
Romero,
her
𝗙𝗿𝗄
frame of mind is.
last name 𝗏𝗏.
Okay, so we know
Why the fuck
why
are you in this
we
woman's
are
house?
here. Tell me how it got to this point.
No shame.
In February of this year, I moved into the unit initially through an Airbnb. There was a month agreement, which I paid for on the Airbnb platform due to a fire, which I then asked the owner if we could extend the time frame in the home. We came to an agreement that I could do that. She sent me monthly invoices, which I paid those monthly invoices in order to stay in the unit.
So you've been paying rent.
I had a month where I had a financial loss of over like $17,000.
Was that due to work or personal?
It's a personal issue.
Hold your frame, people, because I know some of y'all are going to get all teary-eyed because she's getting teary-eyed and she's about to cry. No, hold your frame, because there's always two sides. Actually, no, I'm lying. There's always three sides to a story. Her side, the landlord side, and the truth. And we know for a fact this woman isn't telling the truth. She's not telling the truth, or else she wouldn't be hiding inside of this house. She's literally hiding inside of the house. Not to mention, I don't care what agreement you came to with this woman, and you've been paying her rent. She's been sending you invoices, by the way. If she wants you out of her house, get your ass out of her house. Why are you still there? So don't let the tears fool you.
Really? The financial thing was, like I said, almost $17,000. So it sent me into a situation where I was considering suicide, because it was such a big...
She hit them with the damn self-deletion. She's talking about self-deleting herself now in depression. Do y'all see what she's doing? Some of y'all may not see what she's doing because you may think with your feelings. We have to think logically here. Something didn't make sense. Now she was thinking about deleting herself. Now she went into a great depression. Please tell me how this is so, because how does that matter when it comes to getting out of this woman's house? How does it matter? You need to find your own place to stay. It's that simple. So again, don't fall for the tears. Don't fall for the story she's giving them right now, because it took her quite a while to think of this sad story to tell everyone in order for you to feel sorry for her.
Loss, I was trying to purchase a home. That's why I had so much money. But anyway, I paid the rent. I paid it late. In October.
They send the choppers after her. Y'all hear that?
There was the same thing.
They about to bust the door down.
Invoice being sent.
Why the close up of the hands? What is going on
actually,
here?
I was going to make a payment on the 15th of October.
What's going on? Is she lying? Are they trying to show us something?
My daughter's car, her steering wheel locked.
I think they're trying to show
while
us
she
something.
was driving, and
she's lying.
I had to get to her because she was on the roadway, and the issue I needed to make sure that she was safe and get her to her.
Hold up. How you going out of the country and taking these trips, but you just took a big financial loss? Make it make sense, y'all. Don't forget, they were talking about her taking trips. Her social media was popping. She was flipping in the hotel rooms in bikinis, jumping into a pool. She was having drinks by the pool, going to clubs. This woman was living it up. But now she wants you to believe that the world just came crashing down on her. Everything is against her. Her daughter had a incident with her car. She lost all this money. She helped somebody. She wanted to self-delete herself. Now all these stories come out. Why? Because she wants you to feel sorry for her, which some of y'all are going to. I get it. It's hard for you not to, because we've all taken losses. We've all been there. But at the same time, you got to know a liar when you see one.
I was trying to decompress from, what I had been experiencing. And
not taking a vacation out of
I didn't turn my phones back on until later that Monday. When I came into the property on that Monday, so that's maybe 6 days after the rent was due, the electricity to the home had been cut off. And at that point, that's when I was made aware that the payment had not been made. I then called Pepco to figure out. At first, I thought maybe it was a power outage.
Nah.
So first I called Pepco, found out it wasn't a power outage, and that the owners had turned off the electricity. So then the electricity was turned. They turned the power back off because they said I had no right to turn the power on. I went to the courthouse that following day.
It doesn't matter.
After that, we've now progressed to the point where they come to the home almost every other day. I called the police. The police informed them that I was a resident or a tenant here. She said that we didn't have a lease, which we do not have a lease in place, but we did have an agreement for me to stay at the property beyond.
Up until when? Up until when?
So she's been back to the property almost every day.
Y'all notice she's not saying we had an agreement for me to stay up until such and such date. She's not saying that. Why? Because she's lying. Trust me, if they had an agreement, I'm not going to tell you that you could just stay here. And that's it. You can stay here. Stay here until when? Someone can interpret that as a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, forever. So that makes no sense right there. Again, she's lying, just like when she turned on the power and they told her, you have no right to turn the power back on. This isn't even your house. And they cut it off. What did she do? She went to court and got the system to work in her favor. That's exactly what this woman is doing now. She's living free so that she can take all these extravagant trips and vacations because she needs to, disconnect and unwind based on what she's experienced. No, they did.
Because they were not legal signs issued by the court. They were signs that she had just had made.
The police would not be trying to help the owner of the home take down the blanket that you covered the sign with. Please make it make sense. We're not stupid. Some people are stupid enough to believe this. But here, we're not dumb enough to believe it.
In an attempt to try to harass me more and force me out of the property sooner. I told them that I could not be out of the property within...
lies?
Then the police and you coming to the home, and the power is currently off. So, yes.
Oh, the power is still off. So my thing is, how are you still living in there? You might as well be homeless because that's not your home. Matter of fact, you are a homeless squatter, and you have taken this woman's house over, which isn't fair to her because she's trying to get your ass out and you're costing her money. Do you see how that's not fair to her? Grab your shit, leave, find somewhere else to stay. If you need to go to a shelter, that's what you need to do. At the same time, you have created a great inconvenience for this woman who has worked her ass off to own her home, and you haven't, but you are using the system to get over on her, and that is 𝗦𝗶𝗿, whatever your name is. You need to know that it's really messed up what you're doing. But do you care? You probably don't, because you've had these people coming to your house for the past 10 months trying to get your ass out. But instead of collecting your belongings and leaving, what do? You stay hidden, you lock the doors, and you don't let anybody in. But now we know how the law doesn't work. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.